So hello everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we gonna get into another battle of the. I've been filming like battle of the all day today. It's Sunday, but I had so many palettes that I had did main chick side chick videos of for you all. So I figured we could try some of them out, and that way I can give you my opinion as far as the formulas go on each one, and I figure like which one's better and things like that. So we're gonna do the Mented Cosmetics blends palette against my Color Raine Vivid Press Pigments and Shadows palette. This was my all-time favorite colorful eyeshadow palette. When I first got this thing, I gave it so much love, and we're gonna put up against this Mented Cosmetics palette and see how they do. So believe it or not, y'all, we're gonna do a warm tone look, because y'all know I don't do warm tone. I've never met her. She doesn't go here. Who is she? Even in the summertime, I'm not really a warm tone girl. We're just a cool tone queen over here, okay? But I figure we can, based upon the limited amount of colors in the Color Raine palette versus the Vivid Pigments and Shadows. Now I've already done like a pink look today, and then I did a red look. So I'm figuring we'll still do a little bit of red. So we're gonna use the red and the orange from these palettes, and then I have some shimmers from Mented Cosmetics, some of the new singles that they came out with, so we're going to use one of those. It's the shade called Gecko. That's absolutely stunning. You all saw it in one of my videos because I had it swatched on the back of my hand, and it was just glistening and shining. So it's this green one right here at the bottom. We're going to use that. I still have a couple of these two right here. These three are older ones, and these three right here are newer. So I'm going to try to use these in just an Instagram picture or something, just so we can get them used. But yeah, I have already primed my eyelids, so I'm going to swatch these shades to compare them to each other. The only thing that sucks is I don't know if the shade I have to dust over is going to match any of the shades in this palette, because I feel like the one in the Color Raine palette is a little bit deeper. Then I'll give y'all my thoughts. So I'm going to start off with Color Raine. So we're going to do Color Raine first, and then we're going to swatch with Blend Bunny after it. Okay. So upon first swatch, the Blend Bunny ones seem to feel smoother and blend out smoother than the Color Raine ones. The Color Raine ones are a bit more gritty, if you will. If I remember correctly, I don't remember liking this orange very well, so I don't know how well I'm about to like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully. So I'm just swatching three mattes, because we're going to use the three mattes. Because of course y'all know I need my dust over shade, so I'm going to just go ahead and be nice and swatch that one too. Okay, so neither one of the oranges in this palette are swatching that great, and you have to build them up quite a bit. So make me kind of not want to use the oranges, just because both of them are like swatching really crappy. Plus one is way brighter than the other one. Like the one in the Color Raine palette looks more neon, whereas the Blend Bunny one looks a bit more, I guess, squashish looking, for lack of better color naming. And then Color Raine one last. Yeah. So I'm thinking we might just stick to the red and give y'all a Christmas look, because I'm not liking the way these oranges are swatching at all. Not to mention the tones of the oranges are so far off. So it's just like, is it even gonna be worth it, child? Is it? Is it? I don't think it is. Yeah, that's the deepest shade in here. We can. Okay, but see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, this is the orange in the Blend Bunny, and this is the orange in the Color Raine. See how different and off those are? But I guess if I just blend them across the top of the red, it should be fine, hopefully. I don't know. And this is the lightest shade in the Blend Bunny palette versus the lightest shade as far as dusting over in the Color Raine one. And then the two reds. The two reds are pretty similar, but everything else I feel like is off. And since that orange was kind of patchy, I don't know if I want to use it. But I feel like we should, just so we can... Wait, no, there's another orange in the Color Raine palette. Hold on. Let me see if we can make that one the other orange in the Color Raine palette. If you all see, they still don't match up in tone. So, I don't know. I'll figure out which one I'm going to use, and I'll tell y'all which one I'm going to use. So, let's get started. I have to wash like 2 other sets of brushes, so I'm like over here low on brushes, looking like what brushes am I actually about to use for this look, because I didn't use a good majority of them. So it might not be like the exact same brush, because the first 2 videos I did similar brushes and all that, but we running low over here. Okay, I don't need that many brushes over here as I have at home, obviously, so don't judge me too. Start with the Color Raine palette, and I'm just put that red shade called Sauce in the outer V, so that's going to be this one right here. So putting Sauce in the outer V, we're going to dust this one over the orange shade. I haven't figured out which one of these oranges I'm going to use yet. We're either going to use Crushing or Splash. I'm thinking we're most likely going to use Splash, but let's just start on the outer V, shall we? And I'm literally just gonna place it like right to like where my brow bone is, and then stop, because remember we gotta put the orange up there, and then you can worry about the rest. I'm probably going to change my lip because it's quite pink, and for this like warm tone, sorry, I meant to say yellow. So just for this warm tone look, I feel like this pink lip isn't going to go too well when I have on now, so I'll have to change that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, as the old folks say. The formula of these were really nice. I know Colorful Camille doesn't like this palette, but it's one of my faves. So now I'm going to take the red called Vexed in the Blend Bunnies palette. I should have did a halo eye. It's too late to now. Well, I guess technically it's not too late, because we could just put the red on the inner corner and dust the orange over top and then put the green on. So I might still do it. One thing is I feel like that'll look kind of similar to the look I just did with the what do you call it palette, the Wilderness palette from Beautydealsbff. That's why I kind of don't want to, even though I could do that same look with either one of these palettes and just take that green menagerie shade to do it, but I just did one like that, so we're gonna stick to what we talked about doing. Because in that look I blended the orange over the top instead of in the crease. So okay, so this is what both of the reds are looking like. As you can see on the eye, they look somewhat similar. You can tell that this one is a little bit deeper than this one, but I feel like it's not super noticeable. And hopefully when we put the rest of the stuff on, it should be okay. Okay, so I'm thinking about mix both of those shades together. So I think I'm gonna mix Splash and Crush, and hopefully it'll give a little bit of a lighter version of the shade that we need. Thank you. So this is the color Raine, and I just mixed the shade Crushing and Splash together, and got the shade that we got going on now. So I tapped into each shadow twice and blended it in, because it's like I did it on camera with y'all, but probably gonna edit that part out. So that's why I forgot to tell you. I tapped into Splash first, the darker one, then I tapped into the Crush, and I tapped into Splash again, and then I tapped into Crush, and then I went to blend them out like we're doing now. So that's the colors that we got going on in the crease. I just combined both of them, and hopefully the shade on the other side looks buzzing. We're going to start off with the intensity right there and leave it, and then if we need to build it up some more, then we can, but I'm going to just leave it right there to start off with, because ain't about that time. Ain't about that time, ain't about that time. I mean, I do, but you know, yeah. Moving on. So now I'm going to take the shade Barley in this palette. Tap into it a little bit there. One thing I hate about pigment palettes is I feel like a lot of hiccup is in the pan, and I'm not a person who likes hiccup in the pan, so I just find it annoying, but to each his own. And as you can see, this color is more vibrant, and the color Raine palette is more neon, which is kind of what I like about it, because the pink and the orange in there are really neon colored, and I want to do a cute little look with just the pink and the orange in here, and then like find like some cute little matching shimmers to go with it. Or do like a halo eye with the pink on the outer parts, put the orange over the blend the orange over the top, and then you just put like a cute little pink color in the middle, or maybe like a bright red or some different tone of fun shade on the part that you halo. But yeah, see, as you can see, this one's much brighter and fiery, whereas this one has a little bit of neon kick to it. So far I'm liking the way the Blend Bunny one looks with the mattes, but we shall see. Now we're gonna, I forgot to grab a shimmer brush, my bad. So we're gonna grab this Wet n Wild brush. I'll put the Blend Bunny palette away because we're done pretty much. I'll take the shade Gecko. It's just stunning. Let me swatch it for you too. This finger. Oh, look how gorgeous that is. I feel like I'm doing a look that would be in the it reminds me of that Morphe, what is it, 3503 like 3 or whatever, where they just popped some green in it, and now it's like, oh my god, it's a whole new palette because y'all got oranges and greens instead of just putting a brighter red in it from all the darker red. But that's what this is giving me. Oh, but look at that shade, honey. Yes. Yes. Give it to me. Thank you so much. Give it to me. Do y'all see the glitter and sparkle in it? Honey. Do you see it? Child. Absolutely amazing. 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 Yes, I'm here for it. Yes, I'm available. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. Focus, please. Sorry. To the other eye. Y'all, I just can't. So we're gonna have to find a shimmer to put in the inner corner of both eyes. I'm trying to think of one. I might use one of the ones that's in this palette that I already have here. Just because I feel like that'll be easier. And yes, those are the colors. I'm thinking maybe I'll just take green from each palette and run on the lower lash line because it'll match nicely with that. Or maybe we can match the top with the bottom. I don't know. I kind of want to just put a green on the lower lash line, but let's see. What other colors? Which color in here do y'all think we should pick? I'm thinking about this shade right here, because this is a highlighter from Sydney Grace. I'm thinking this shade right here, that's from KVD Vegan Beauty. The shade is Thrash. It's one of the original shades, so I'm going to just take that shade and pop it in the inner corner. I feel like that'll work. Although I feel like a bright orange would be cool too. Do I have a bright orange though? I don't think I have a bright orange shimmer with me. So we just go with the shade Thrasher. Especially since I already put on my brush. It's too late. It's too late. We're here. But a bright orange would have been way cooler. But that works. Cause like that song says, too late to turn back now. Wow. Stop it down there. It's late. I want to put a green pencil in the waterline. I think I have one here. So I'm going to grab a green pencil to put in the waterline. And then I'll come back and we can figure out what we're going to do with the lower lash line. Okay? Hold on. Okay, y'all saw the shade Emperor, Electric Empire from Urban Decay. And that's what's on our waterline. Now we're going to take these two green shades from this one's from Colored Raine and this one's from Blend Buddy. And it seems like my Colored Raine one has hard pan. At least that's what it feels like when I swatch into it. I'm hoping that's not the case because that's one of my favorite shades in this palette. The last thing I need for it to do is have hard pan. So I'm trying to scrape it off and then I dip into it now and see how that goes. But this is the Colored Raine eye, so let's get to it. Y'all, I feel like we out here looking like somebody's flag. Of course, we look out here with all the color and all the foolishness on this Sunday afternoon. And yes, I would go to work with this on and not care. I really would. Y'all just don't know. Y'all up in there like, hey, how you doing? I was going to the Blend Buddy shade, which is called Remedy, and that green one we use is called Level Up. So Blend Buddy one just looks a little bit brighter to me in the pan. But I'm hoping on the eye it's a little bit deeper. This isn't the pencil brush I normally use for the lower lash line. I like when it's a little bit tighter. This one is kind of loose, but that's because I've washed it so much. Yeah, you can definitely see that the Blend Buddy one is a little bit lighter. Scratch underneath my eyes, but I haven't had this brush like for at least 3 years, so Sigma be killing it with these brushes. I know what it is. I look like all different flavors of the sauces that you can get, what do you call it place, Chipotle. That's what it look like. You got, I think it's that fiery red sauce. Well, they don't really have an orange sauce, but you know, this red one. Then the inner corner could be like the corn, the lid shape. Yes, that's what this looks like. Okay, I knew it was similar to something. I just couldn't figure out what it. Okay, let's zoom it out and have a discussion. So I love the Menagerie shadow on the lid. Did y'all see how sparkly and glittery and perfect and effortless it just went on? Like, it was smooth like butter, like that what Korean pop group said. Yes, smooth like butter, honey. Honey. It was just, it was everything. So, I like each palette for different reasons. Like, I like the color story of the color Raine palette better just because it's literally more curated rainbow, and it gives me a whole row of blues and purples and this little segment of green, and then gives you a little bit of warm tone on this side, but they mainly focus on my favorite color. So that is why I love this palette. However, the blend budding one, I feel like it's way easier to blend, and they give you a better variety of colors for someone who does a lot of artistry and would want more colors than just blues and greens and little pops. I mean, the little version of the colored Raine palette. So it depends on your preference. Believe it or not, I'm actually gonna say I like the blend budding one more than my colored Raine, and let me explain why. So if y'all remember, colored Raine reformulated their shadows, so I don't know if this palette is going to be the same as the one that I have, since I had the original one. So I think that's why I'm just going to say I like the blend budding one better. It blends easier. It has the same good variation of colors. Let me make sure it still has that pink in it. I do like the fact that the oranges in here are neon poppy too, though, versus the versus this palette. But yeah, it has like nice little poppy pink and all that. So I would say get the Blend Buddy palette. They had a sale going on. I think this palette is 38 bucks, but I think you get like 30 shades. So you get a good amount of product for the price. And I really like the way this eye turned out a little bit better than this one. Not that I had a problem with the neon effect, but just based upon like the coloring that goes on, I definitely like this eye better. So those are my thoughts. Blend Buddy has dethroned my Colored Raine palette. Even though I feel like Colored Raine kind of helped it along by changing the formula, because everybody talks about how they don't like the Juicy Boost palette. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great compared to my Vivid Pigments and Shadows palette, and whatever they do color, that's what I would compare it to. I can't do that anymore though because the formula has changed. So those are my thoughts on these palettes. As far as Menagerie, yes, get some of their singles. They're amazing. You see this glitter reflect on my hand. You see it. I know you see it. You see all this awesomeness. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I gotta go change my lip to like an orange or a fiery red lip, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, girl. Be blessed.